Ready?
I'm ready.
Great. Okay. So, Ilana, how do you feel the lesson went today?
So, in general, I thought it was good. There were parts that I was pleased with, but there were also parts that I wasn't so happy about.
Okay, so tell me, let's start with what you felt good about.
Okay, so I have done that. In terms of the content, I feel that they really got it.
Okay, and how did you know that?
When I asked them at the end of class to write a summary of what they learned about David and Goliath, all but 2 of them gave good answers that were straight on target, and the other 2, the answers were okay.
Yeah. So you felt you achieved your goals for the learning.
Yeah.
So what about the lesson were you not as pleased with?
Okay. A few things. So first of all, with the to-do in the beginning of class, so some of them got to work right away, and they came up with really good answers. But there was a lot of talking, a lot of shuffling around and not settling down. It took a long time. A lot of students gave superficial answers, didn't really answer the question at all. The to-do was really supposed to be just a quick review of last class.
So what do you think happened? Why?
Right. So it occurred to me actually in the middle of the to-do that because of the snow day last week, I hadn't seen them in almost a week, and there's no way they could have remembered what had gone on last class to complete the to-do, which they really did need to know.
Okay. So what might you have done differently had you thought of this ahead of time?
Yeah, I probably should have thought about the snow day in advance. Not the snow, but I thought I remembered the snow day in advance and asked them then. I could have asked them to take out their charts, their Venn diagrams from the class before, and use that to help them complete the to-do.
That sounds very reasonable, but you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. You can't anticipate everything in advance. What do you think would have happened had you stopped the to-do in the middle and said this to the students? I realized you weren't here and it's been a while, so why don't you take out the Venn diagram and consult it in doing your to-do?
Yeah, I could have done that. I guess it's a bit hard to decide on the spot, but...
Okay. It's really okay to change mid-course if you thought about it in the middle. Teaching is very much about making decisions on the spot and changing direction.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
All right, what else concerns you?
Okay, so I also have that, when we got to the worksheet that I did out, the comparing David and Goliath, so I didn't distinguish clearly enough between weaponry and clothing, like the clothing on the sheet. And so on the other side of the worksheet that I had already handed out, there's a chart to fill in about their clothing, and what we're supposed to do that tomorrow, but we already did it today.
So what are you going to do about that?
Right, so it's not so bad. I can tell them that we're using it as a review, and that could actually help.
Okay. And if you were doing it all over again?
Yeah, I think what I would do is combine the 2 categories. So really, both categories have to do with the proof of David's faith in Hashem. And so really I could make the 4 categories into 3 categories and possibly cover it all in one class period.
Okay.